Kelly Rowland is reportedly revealing new information about Beyoncé's connections to Diddy, claiming that the former lead vocalist of Destiny's Child played a role in Aaliyah's tragic death. According to these allegations, Beyoncé has been involved in assisting Diddy in reaching out to individuals and pressuring witnesses related to his upcoming trial.
At the end of the day on Wednesday, it reads, the court has evaluated each of the factors that it must consider under the relevant law. 1, nature and circumstances of the offense charged. 2, weight of the evidence against the person. 3, history and characteristics of the person. And 4, nature and seriousness of the danger that would be posed by the person's release. And it also says that the court has also reviewed the information submitted by Combs and the government across all 3 bail hearings in this case. As you remember, Sean Combs was denied bail both by a magistrate judge and a district court judge. Judge Subramanian writes, the court finds that the government has shown by clear and convincing evidence, so that's the standard, that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. In support of this finding, the court provides the following reasons.
Kelly and Beyoncé have known each other for nearly 3 decades, having worked together as members of Destiny's Child, one of the most iconic girl groups in history. Kelly witnessed much of what Beyoncé did during their time together, and now she is reportedly speaking out about it. Allegedly, Kelly has been attempting to distance herself from Beyoncé ever since leaving Destiny's Child, but has found it difficult to break free.
People wanted those stories for years. You know what I mean? Right. I think that people wanted those stories for years, and that's just so sad on them because it's not like that. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. And I just think it's so sad that we live in a world where people don't want to see women get along and encourage and empower each other.
Good. Let me be quiet and send your message and tell us how you feeling and family and how you feeling about everything.
Well, 1, this is beautiful what you're doing, like I said, and 2, we've all said it before, we are so grateful to all the healthcare workers. I just keep thinking about the fact that they are with so many people and putting their lives.
Throughout her career, Kelly has allegedly faced constant manipulation from Beyoncé, who used her connections with Diddy, Jay-Z, and music executives to keep Kelly under her control. According to reports, Beyoncé made sure Kelly was blacklisted, preventing her from reaching the same level of success. No matter where Kelly went, she felt as though Beyoncé was controlling her career from behind the scenes. Eventually, Kelly addressed these struggles in her song Dirty Laundry, speaking out about the emotional toll it took on her.
Did actress Kelly Rowland storm out of the Today Show after she was asked questions about Beyoncé? Initially, it was reported that Rowland, a former member of Destiny's Child with Beyoncé, was upset over a subpar dressing room. Now it's being reported it was questions from Savannah Guthrie about you-know-who that led to the drama.
What do you think about your friend Beyoncé? She's like your sister. You guys literally grew up together. She's stepping into country.
So proud of her.
I know, but were you surprised? And what do you think about it?
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
So happy for her.
Looks like Rowland wants to change the subject and talk about her new Netflix movie, Mea Culpa.
She's back a little later this morning, guest hosting with Hoda. How fun is that?
We will see.
Some say hearing this tease pushed her over the edge.
We're going to chat about that. We're going to chat about her music career and what she thinks about Beyoncé going country.
Uh-oh, she immediately scowls, then mouths the word no.
I talked to my sources and they said that actually Kelly was very upset with Savannah's line of questioning. She normally asks interviewers not to mention Beyoncé, otherwise every single interview is going to be about Beyoncé.
There are claims that Beyoncé harbored jealousy towards Aaliyah after Jay-Z became interested in her. Digging deeper into this narrative, it is suggested that even Aaliyah's husband, Dame Dash, believes Jay-Z may have been involved in Aaliyah's tragic death, allegedly motivated by Beyoncé. According to this theory, Beyoncé was determined not to let anyone overshadow her, and she was willing to go to extreme lengths to ensure that either Aaliyah or anyone else, including Kelly Rowland, didn't threaten her career.
The record with him, with Jake, that's why I was that was almost like one of the things where I was just like, he's out of here, Jake. I just let it go because I couldn't believe he did a project with her, with R. Kelly, knowing that he had raped my girl.
For me, because for 4 years I've been screaming not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters, and the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
See, a lot of
Cruelty-free artistry.
right. There's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music, and that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous, and everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job.
The claims you're referring to are highly speculative and unsubstantiated. Allegations about Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Diddy being involved in illegal activities like blackmail, sex trafficking, or murder are serious and have not been proven in any credible legal or investigative capacity. It's important to approach such allegations with caution, as they can spread misinformation without concrete evidence. Public figures, especially those with a large influence, are often the subject of rumors and conspiracies, but without reliable sources or legal outcomes, such claims remain speculative. If you're interested in learning more about these individuals, it's best to rely on well-documented information from trustworthy sources.
Necessary court fees and litigations because Jay-Z wants me broken, stopped, or under his control. And it ain't gonna happen, Sean. I'm never gonna be under your control. Never. You need to learn how to control your wife and her friends and their mouths. Cause you got Beyonce in the Beehive looking real fucking dumb right now. 5 million unfollowed, and that number's gonna go up with every image in one of those freak-off tapes. And God help, if anybody here how that bitch really talks about people with her, they'll start unfollowing by the tens of hundreds. Again. And they should. Because the truth is, the only reason they were following was because of the witchcraft and the spells that were being pushed out through the media. Y'all ain't fans because y'all really love them, y'all really think they're the best. You're fans because you fell for the hype. And they are hypes. I know I can sing. I've been able to do that my whole life. And they've been trying to stop me my whole career. Because see, unlike Beyonce, I'm not willing to hurt people to get famous. See, that's the part of the story that they're not telling y'all. That the more terrible you are, the more they'll...
It's important to approach serious allegations like these with caution. There is no credible evidence or verified information to support claims of a vast conspiracy involving blackmail, abuse, or criminal activity by public figures. If such events were true, they would likely be investigated by authorities and covered by reputable news outlets. Always rely on trusted sources and verify information when discussing sensitive topics.
There are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. That's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in any of the things that are alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office. But if you're at that party and it turns out that that's when he set up one of these freak-off sex parties, or that it was going on in another room and you didn't know about it, there's a good chance that you're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And certainly if you were involved, you would get a call, because they're going to want to know everything you want to know and may even want you to be a witness. I just think, we're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve. And the feds have said that this remains an open investigation. There could be more charges for Diddy. There could be more charges for other people involved. And usually the way this works is once they find out other people are involved or were witnesses, they bring them in and they sort of lean on them. And it's sort of like, you're going to cooperate with us, or there's a possibility that you could face charges. So this is going to be a slow developing a case here, because we're just getting started. And I don't see how this trial begins anytime before.
Claims involving Diddy, high-profile figures like Donald Trump and Barack Obama, and even British royalty in a sex trafficking case remain unverified and speculative. While the FBI and Homeland Security may be involved in complex investigations, there is no credible evidence to support these allegations. It's essential to rely on trustworthy sources for accurate information and avoid spreading rumors or conspiracy theories without solid proof.
How do you feel about the situation that Diddy is? Let's say this. Something else is going on. They didn't raid, they searched with a warrant his premises on the West Coast, right? They searched his premises on the East Coast in Florida, right? On the same property that the premises was located that they searched in Florida, he had a second mansion. They didn't touch that one. Why not? And when they walk out of there, they got a small trash bag and they have a medium-sized cardboard box. What was it they seized that would fit into those items? I have a sneaking suspicion from my background in criminal defense that what they seized was some evidence that was very incriminating to other people. Now, after they seized the evidence, they had no probable cause to arrest him on any crime. He hasn't been indicted. They talked to him at an airport before he got on a private jet to fly to an island that has no extradition agreement with the United States. Have you heard anybody trying to prosecute him?
Not at all.
So what did they do? See, the feds are interesting. Who served the search warrant?
Homeland Security.
Now, what the hell do they have to do with that? That's the FBI.
There is no credible evidence to suggest that Beyoncé and Jay-Z were involved in any illegal activities related to Diddy's case, or that they were aware of anything beyond what has been publicly known. While they have been close friends with Diddy for many years, speculation and rumors about their involvement in any wrongdoing should be taken with caution. Public figures are often subject to scrutiny, but without verified facts, it's important to avoid jumping to conclusions. Until any credible evidence emerges, it's essential to rely on trusted news sources and official legal proceedings for accurate information.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Pierce.
Listen, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyoncé are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest with you.
No, you're perfectly entitled to your views, obviously. Kim Porter,
Yes.
a new book claims that Diddy may have been involved in her early death. What do you think of that?
I think people should really look into that more. I am friends with Albie Shore. I love him. I love his children. I knew Kim. We used to all hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the mid-90s when Diddy was first starting his reign. I watched that whole thing happen. And everything that Albert has been through, every attempt on his life that has been ignored by the authorities, it all leads back to Diddy. And everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting air tag on children during visits. These are normal practices that these people do.
Jaguar, I've got to leave it there. I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for caring.
I do care. Thank you very much.
It's important to approach such claims with caution. Allegations involving celebrities, such as those about Diddy and Jay-Z, can often be part of unverified rumors or conspiracy theories. As of now, there is no credible evidence or confirmed reports about tapes implicating celebrities or specific individuals in illegal activities. Claims from sources like Jaguar Wright or others should be considered carefully and cross-checked against reliable news outlets. Legal investigations, if they are happening, would follow formal procedures and rely on solid evidence. And it's crucial to wait for credible updates from trusted sources before accepting such serious allegations.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me rephrase
Right.
it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all. To be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
The claims about Diddy, his ex-bodyguard Gene Deal, and the alleged tapes are serious, but remain speculative and unverified. While such accusations may be part of ongoing rumors, there is no confirmed evidence to support these specific allegations. If legal investigations are happening, they would rely on solid evidence and credible sources. Until any official reports or reliable news outlets confirm these details, it's important to be cautious about spreading unverified claims. Always rely on credible, well-established sources for accurate information about ongoing legal matters.
And nobody came out.
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America like that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies. They're not going to come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them. And they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape. And girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, TD Jakes, he haven't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man didn't led them probably allegedly probably led them to damnation because those people's hearts are going to be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history. It's not looking too good for him.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be on tape?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you got to take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh.